Hey guys, Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again. Finally, to get back to my top 25 cartoon villains. We're down to the top 10, and I'm gonna kick it off. Start with 10 to 6 today, and I'll finish it off this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let's kick it off, shall we? So we kick it off with number 10. So who could be number 10 in this list? And let's see. Starscream. Yes, Starscream, guys. It makes my number 10 for my top 25 cartoon villains. I've always liked and respected Starscream. You know, he wasn't always the Decepticon that was always right under Megatron's metallic ass, in a sense. Like, he didn't kiss Megatron's ass, you know. He literally would say, you know, if I will shoot you, Megatron, in your back. And he's done it plenty of times. Go back and watch the original G1 series, and you'll see him literally try to kill Megatron ever he could to get control of the Autobots. I mean, of the Decepticons, excuse me. And it was always, I always liked that. I was like, yo, this dude will try to kill Megatron. He may be kind of a Decepticon, but he don't play favorites with Megatron. But I always did like Starscream very much. He was a cool character. So we move on to number 9. And that's none other than Mirage from Aladdin, the animated series. Mirage by far was my favorite of the Aladdin, the animated series villains. Though she only appeared in maybe, I'm not sure, not too many episodes, but she had a lasting impression, and I really enjoyed that. One of my favorite episodes of her was where she was using Aladdin's old friend kind of against him. He had became this creature known as the El Khatib. They were these like lizard-like creatures. They were called shadow walkers, and they could make like portals, and they can disappear and be in different places in Agrabah, and they were kidnapping kids, and they were using, she was the head honcho of them. Besides that, you know, she looks like she's from Egyptian mythos, and I'm a huge Egyptian mythos you know, so she was always cool, and she's just really fierce, and you know, what she wanted, you better give it to her because she was so powerful. So number 8. Number 8. Who can that be? We're going old school, guys. Miss Evil Lyn. Yes, from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I love all the other evil warriors that followed Skeletor, but Evil Lyn was by far one of those that, once again, Skeletor did not really, in a say, like, you know, do what I say, you know, give her like a lot of direct orders, or, you know, because Skeletor knew that Evil Lyn's powers rivaled his own. So she was nearly just as powerful as Skeletor. So he knew not to cross that line with her. And even as sometimes she was almost like Starscream herself. Like, she would really not always be following Skeletor. She had like her own logic of following Skeletor. And by far she was like the only female under Skeletor evil warriors. And she was too left a lasting impression. You know, she was just as brilliant as Skeletor, sometimes even smarter than him. You know, she would come up with the plans to maybe try to break into Castle Grayskull, and then Skeletor would take the credit for it. And that would go on not just in the classic series, but also in the 2002 version too. You know, and you know, Evil Lyn was just really, really good, very powerful, somebody you didn't want to mess around with, and Skeletor knew that very much. So we'll move on to number 7. And number 7 is Azula. Yes, from Avatar: Last Airbender. By far, to me, I respect what Fire Lord Ozai did, but when it came down to nitty-gritty villains, you're looking at her. Azula was truly the worst of the worst. You talk about arrogant, brash, vain. You name any adjective that just reeks of vile and just bad, you're looking at her. She was so calculatively cruel, not only to her friends, her quote-unquote friends, just everybody around her, including her brother. Nobody can forget what she did to Aang. I remember when Aang looked like he was going to go into the Avatar state for good, and who shot him in the back? Azula. You know, she was a hell of a combatant too. Like, she was doing things that, you know, Zuko couldn't do. You know, and, you know, I love the fighting between them, but still, she was bad. And at the end of that series, what happened? She just went stone cold crazy at the end of that series, and we knew she was completely nuts after that. But it was really good though. And number six, who can number 6 be? Damona from Gargoyles. Yes, Damona. Oh my God. As I like to call her, I have a nickname for Damona. And since this is on my channel, I can say it. The bitch. Yes. Damona. Oh my God. How bad was this girl? And in terms of being bad, she truly never took blame for what she did. It was her who created the Hunter. It was her who caused her clan to get killed by the Vikings. All she had to do was tell them that this was going to happen, but she didn't. And we saw that later on in the second season. You know, when it looked like she was going to finally have some kind of companion in terms of a human companion with Macbeth, what happened? She betrayed Macbeth, not the other way around. Macbeth didn't betray her. She did, because she was so paranoid of being betrayed again by a human. She did it first. Damona screwed everybody. She even tried to manipulate her own daughter against Goliath. And it was like, good God, woman, what the hell is your problem? I remember that episode so badly. There was one in the last season called the Goliath Chronicles. She had an assassin that kind of was working in terms with the quarrymen, but not. And she basically played all of the clan by basically saying, you know, like she was gonna look like the hero, but she was gonna get back in the clan, everything like that. She manipulated Brooklyn, and that's why Brooklyn don't like her today, like don't like her at all. You know, Damona truly lived up to that monarch, the bitch, and she truly was someone you just were like, like, come on. But you had to love her though. You know, you say what you want, you had to love her. She was a very good character indeed. I enjoyed her very much. But yeah, she was a bitch though. I'm not gonna lie about that. She was a bitch. Very much. So there you have it, guys. 10 through 6 of my top 25 cartoon villains. I will be back with the top 5 this week, so look forward to that. Who do you think is up in the top? My top 5 of cartoon villains. You may be right about some, but you may be wrong about others. But other than that, guys, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace with love. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Yes, today was my birthday. But other than that, guys, You guys take care, and I'll see you guys this week with the top 5.